So very good morning all of you. Today we are going to talk about the functions of commercial banks. Functions of commercial banks. Okay. Sir, Okay, very good morning students. Today we are going to talk about the functions of commercial banks. So before we talk about the functions of commercial banks, we need to understand the definition of bank, the purpose of banking, then later we will discuss the functions of commercial banks. First we will talk about the definition of bank. Bank is the institution which accepts deposits from the public and lending the advances loans to the required people is known as the bank, generally speaking. See here, the bank is a intermediary which accepts deposits from the public and diverts funds into investments to the investors. So this is the role of bank as intermediary. Intermediary means it helps in converting, in diverting savings into investment. Very simply I say, the people who have surplus amount of money will come forward to save their money into the bank, and the people who are in need of money for the purpose of investment will come forward to the bank and get the loans. So in this position now, can we say the bank is acting as an intermediary? Absolutely. The bank is acting as an intermediary in diverting the savings into investments. Ultimately, it helps to the economic development of the country. How in the sense, the investment will be made in establishment of the enterprises. The enterprises will produce the goods and services. The enterprises will give the employment opportunities. Isn't it? So in this manner, the bank acts not only as an intermediary, it also acts as the instrument of development. As the instrument of development. So this is a brief introduction with regard to the bank. Now the purpose of banking or the need of banking. The need of bank is very much essential. Otherwise, for the purpose of maximum or optimum utilization of the funds, the bank is necessary. If there is no bank, nobody will accept the deposits. The deposits cannot be diverted into the investments. If the banks exist, the banks will accept the deposits. The deposit will be converted into investments. So the investments will generate the employment opportunities. The investments will generate the production processes. So in this manner, the bank plays a vital role in the economic development of the country. Now we will talk about the functions of commercial banks. The functions of commercial banks broadly categorized into four kinds: primary functions, secondary functions, development functions, modern functions. So broadly we can categorize the functions of the commercial banks into four categories. Now we will discuss the number one category, that is primary functions. The primary functions, when we look at the primary functions, what is the first one? Accepting deposits. accepting deposits. If the bank must be in a position to give the loans, the bank must accept the deposits. Otherwise, it is not possible to sanction the loans. The primary duty of the bank is accepting the deposits by offering the good rate of interest. Then only the people who have the savings amount of money or surplus amount of money will come forward to the banks and they deposit their money into the bank. So the primary function is accepting the deposits. Unless there is no acceptance of deposits, there is no possibility to sanction the loans. So that's why we can say the first and foremost function is the accepting the deposits from the public. Next, the second one, advancing loans. Bank received the or accepted the deposits from the public. If the bank keep same deposits in the bank, this leads to the no utilization of the funds. The same funds, whenever the bank gives the loans to the needy people, to the required people, then only the advancing of loans will make the benefit to the bank. Means whenever the banks give the loans to the investors, entrepreneurs, or whoever the persons come forward to start a new business unit, then only the bank will get the rate of interest. The bank functions only on the profit. If the bank wants to get the profit, the bank must accept the deposits and then sanction the loans. The difference between the rate of interest giving to the public and the rate of interest charging to the public is the profit. I hope you understand. Normally the banks accepts the at a lower rate, then it gives the loans at a higher rates. The difference of the rate will be the profit to the banks, isn't it? I hope you understand very clearly. Whenever the banks accept the deposits at lower rate and gives the loans at a higher rate, then the difference will be the profit to the banks. Next, creation of credit. Creation of credit is also the one of the important functions of the commercial banks. Creation is nothing but extending the credit facilities to the customers or businessmen or entrepreneurs. Say for example, the bank has the rupees of 10,000. The bank will credit the 10,000 rupees in the customer's account in the form of cash credit, in the form of overdraft, isn't it? So the bank itself creates the credit without additional funds. So it giving you the opportunity to create the one more 10,000 rupees. You have applied to the loan to the bank. Immediately the bank will credit the loan account 10,000, isn't it? The bank has the rupees of asset of rupees 10,000 as well as the bank has rupees of loan of 10,000. For every debit there must be a equal credit. Then only the balance sheet will be equal. We have discussed in the first year itself. For every transaction there must be a equal debit and equal credit. Next, check system of payment of funds. See, the banks also do the job of paying the cash whenever the bank receives the check. Say for example, X person has the account in the SBI bank. Whenever X writes the check, the bank will pay the check written by the X. So So the bank is doing service? Yes, absolutely. The bank is doing the service by clearing the check payment. By clearing the check payment. So in this manner, in clearing of checks also, the bank is doing the service. Without cash, the bank accept the check and will give the same amount of worth of money to the account holder or check bearer, whoever has the check, isn't it? So in this manner, the commercial banks will do the primary functions, that is starting from the accepting deposits, advancing loans, creation of credit and payment of checks. Next, coming to the secondary functions. Now what is the secondary functions undertaken by the commercial banks? Number one, agency functions and payment of credit. Agency functions is nothing but, see, whenever the bank will do the transactions or works of the account holder by charging some amount of fee, that is known as the agency services. Simply I will tell you. Some ex-person has very busy schedule. He has LIC policies. He has to pay the premium on time. Whenever he gives or a request to the bank, you have to pay my LIC premium on so and so date, immediately the bank will make the automatic debit in the account of the account holder. So this service is said to be the agency services. For that sake, the bank will charge some commission. Isn't it? The same is the case. One more example I will tell you. If some Usha, she wants to do the trading business, but she is very busy. On behalf of Usha, the bank will make the buying and selling of securities in the stock market. For that sake also, the bank takes the brokerage commission. Brokerage commission, because it is acting as a third party on behalf of the account holder. Whenever the account holder instructs to sell the shares, the bank will sell the shares. Whenever the account holder instructs to buy the shares, the bank will buy the shares in the stock market. So in this manner, the bank will do the agency services on behalf of the customers. On behalf of the customers. If the customers are too busy, isn't it? I hope you understand very clearly. The agency services will be done by the commercial banks. I have given the examples also. Now we will go to the next one. Sale and purchase of securities. Just now I explained it. Sale and purchase of securities means the bank will purchase the on behalf of X person and sells the securities on behalf of X person. Where? In the stock market. In the stock market, the bank will buy and sell the securities of a particular person based on his request. Based on his request. So that is also done by the commercial banks. Next, trusteeship and execution. Trusteeship means normally the banks also acts as a trust whenever there is no particular owner. If you take the religious institutions, the religious institutions will give the trusteeship opportunity to the banks to act on that particular religion. If you take the, say, Tirumala Tirupati Venkana Swami, there is a trust, isn't it? The trust, the TTD will buy the shares and buys. Same manner, the TTD has opened the Demat account. Do you know or not? Demat account. Demat account means the account in which shares are electronic form. Means the shareholder who has the devotion on the Venkana Swami, he will credit his shares to the TTD. So for that sake, the TTD requires the Demat account. Is it clear? Like an individual the trust also acts as the by opening the account in the bank. So the trusteeship and execution will also be performed by the commercial banks. Next, representation and correspondence. Representation and correspondence. That means the bank gives the information on behalf of the account holder. Representation means giving the information. Correspondence, taking the information. That means the bank will send you your LIC premium has been debited to your account on so and so particular date. This is the message, correspondence. The SBI bank will give the message to me whenever 2000 rupees has been deducted from my account on every 10th of every month. Then automatically I will receive the message. Your account has been debited rupees 2000 towards mutual funds. Towards mutual funds. So like that, the services are offered by the commercial banks. Next, bullion trading. You know bullion trading? The bullion trading is the trading where we buy and sell the diamonds and gold. That is bullion trading. In the bank also involves in the bullion trading. Means some of the businessmen are bullion traders. They are very busy because their business is in crores, in millions. Diamonds and golds is so worthy. So that's why they are so busy. So whenever they are busy, they will assign the work to the bank. So the bank will do the bullion trading also on behalf of the customers. On behalf of the customers. So the bullion trading also will be performed by the commercial banks. Next, remittance. Remittance is nothing but payments. Current bill, insurance, any charges, any flight ticket, train tickets, everything will be done by the banks if you assign the task. For that sake, the bank will charge some amount of fee. Next, coming to the development functions. Development functions in the sense which leads to the employment generation, which leads to the production processes, which leads to the economic growth, which leads to the development of the national income. These are all comes under the development functions. The first one is mobilization. See, whether you believe or not, when the banks will perform to the expected level, the funds will be collected from the public. If the bank do not perform in the collection of the savings from the public, is there any availability of the funds with the banks? No, not at all. If the banks will collect or will move or will mobilize funds from the public into the bank by offering a suitable schemes, then only there is a mobilization of funds. If the banks do not perform in mobilization of funds, automatically there is no funds at the bank. If there is no funds at the bank is in a position to give the loans? No. So that's why the banks must encourage the customers in collecting the savings or in opening the accounts. We have to improve the financial literacy. Very simply we can say financial literacy means which is the best financial instrument, which is the best to earn the money. So in this manner, the banks also doing the greater role in the development functions, in the collection of the or in the mobilization of the funds from the public. Next, extension of financial services to rural area. Recently, correspondent bank, you know very well. A correspondent bank, an individual will take the permission and he will withdraw the money, he will deposit the money. This is the extension services. Not necessarily the bank has to establish at the rural areas. A correspondent banker is also will do the same functions which are performed by the commercial banks. These are all commonly said the extension services. Extension branch normally you find means the same services are offered by the one clerk, one cashier. At famous places, a fair is going on. A big fair is going on. There is a availability of, say, for example, Mahanandi is there. At Mahanandi, they will provide these counters, SBI, local bank, Andhra bank, and they will give the services of cash withdrawal and cash deposit, just with the machine. Isn't it? So these are all the extension services in the banking. Next, making loans to weaker sections of the society. See, loans must be provided to the weaker sections of the society, or otherwise, I will take. The security means we have to provide the security to the, we have deposited money into the banks. We have deposited money, we have to provide the security. Okay? Right. Next, third function is modern functions. Modern functions you know very well. ATM, automated teller machine. By establishing or by sanctioning the ATM centers at convenient places or in public places, we are doing the best service. In banking, customer satisfaction is the topmost priority. Consumer is a king. Service, doing the service at doorsteps. Smart cards, you know smart cards, magnetic strip cards will be used to do the banking services. Telebanking, just by telephone also you can do SMS banking. This is also comes under the telephone banking. Internet banking, you know very well internet banking. User ID and password, you can do the transactions 24/7 into 365 days. Which is such a good facility. If you go for the traditional banking, 10:30 to 4:30. If 4:30, close the bank. But in the internet banking, at midnight itself, you can make the transaction. You can send the money to the friend who is staying, who is residing in US, United States of America. So that is the flexibility in the internet banking. Next, round the clock banking. Round the clock banking is nothing but at any minute, at any second, we can do the transactions with the banking. So these are all the functions will be performed by the commercial bank. With this, we will close our class and we will conclude our class with this. Secondary functions is there. Extension you have written. And one more additional points, locker facilities. Locker facilities also will be provided by the banks. If no safety for your gold at your home, the bank will provide the safety and security for your gold. Okay? This is the locker facility. Acting as referee. Referee is nothing but it acts as a judge. Judge in the sense whether to invest or not to invest, whether to buy or not to buy, whether it is profitable or not. Next, acting as underwriters, and it promises to buy the shares on behalf of you. That is the underwriting. Whenever the bank promises to buy the shares or to sell the shares on behalf of the customers, then that is said to be the underwriting. Next, issuing of traveler's check. Right, traveler's checks also will be issued by the banks. Issuing of gift check. If Sachin Tendulkar received a gift, the checks will be issued by the particular bank. Dealing foreign exchange. Foreign exchange, you know, this is the transaction where we buy and sell one currency for the another currency. That is foreign exchange. We are exporter. We are exporting to the US. What we have to pay? We have to buy the dollars first. So that is the foreign currency. If the American is exporting to India, he has to buy the Indian currency. So this type of functions also will be done by the commercial banks. Next to merchant banking services. Merchant banking services are those services, joint venture, business development, everything comes under the merchant banking. Okay, with this we will finish the class, and thank you.